Right guys, going to get into this really quickly. We are live trading at the moment. Now I'm going to break down very briefly the way I have set up my trade. So we're going to put lines on yesterday's high, yesterday's low. They're sort of a base level. Now you can see we've got a support level just below this, which makes sense because we did have a run and we've came up and broke this line. So we are on the uptrend. Now when setting up your trades, for me, come out to the 15-minute chart. You want to look for fair value gaps. These are points that, if they don't get tapped, what you would generally see is a big move down or up. And if there is no wicks in between to close the gaps, like so right here, this would be a fair value gap. These are often made as resistance or support levels, whether it's their buying or selling opportunity. Now you can see we're in one right now at the moment. So you would flick through, you would glance through and look for the fair value gaps. This is what I do anyhow. And you can see we've came down and played around on this fair value gap here. Very briefly, now we are live. We have got a trade on with Bitcoin at the moment. We just had one with Solana. I can't really see too much with Solana up here. So we have got a high up at the 140-ish mark, 144-ish. So I assumed we're going to come up to it. However, we had an engulfing candle. Now, an engulfing candle is when the next candle is larger than the previous candle, like so. Larger on the way down, this one is. Then you've got what is called the equilibrium. This is when you come back up 50% of the candle. This would be an entry point. So I didn't put much in, like $4,000. But it was a leverage. It wasn't a lot, just a small trade. I think I ran it down to around 141-ish, and it went a little bit lower. I took a very small profit. Really not that much at all. Anyhow, we're into Bitcoin at the moment. I prefer to draw my trend lines on a 3-minute chart. What we are seeing is we've got a trend line on the way down, and we've had a break of structure. We have came out and broke this last high. So we broke the trend line, and then what you can see on the way up is another trend line. Now we've came up again, higher lows, higher highs. We've been coming up, and you can see us moving up and a break in structure coming down. There probably is a trend line here, but I'm not really too worried about it. And then you've got a trend line further up. So 1-2 points of contact was where I started looking. We played around underneath it, and we've broke through back to the uptrend, and we've been around here. Now, when we've been coming down, my entry level was, where was the entry? My entry level was 93,480. So 93,480. So we were round about here when we entered along. Now, I knew we were going to come down. I knew we were going to retest this, and we probably would have found support because it's been used as resistance on the way down, and we found support here. It never quite came back down, but it has been looking for support. We're not making a lot of money. The trade we have right now is $4,300. I'm in Britain, so it's a $330-ish, £330-ish trade. This was all I had. I'm in the process of moving over to BuyUnX. Give that a try, higher leverage. A 10x, it doesn't quite work very well for me. So the profit and loss right now is 277. It's really not much. However, it is moving, and we're just going to sit and watch it. Just going to sit and play around over the next little while, see what Bitcoin does and how it's going to play out. We very much could stay in this channel on the way down until we have a break of structure. Just a waiting game. We're going to hang on. We're going to sit and watch. We seem to be just testing this resistance line here. We more than likely will come back down and just test this. Hopefully we just bounce and get a nice move back up. It is a little bit of chop, but we're just going to wait it out. We're just going to wait and see. It's not a lot of money. Oh, we're in the negative. Oh no, we're in the negative. I'm going to be updating this, so I'm going to pause the video just now. Now, we did lose this trade on Bitcoin. Doesn't matter. I wasn't sure which direction it was going to go. I was hoping we were going to come down, play around here. And I thought we might continue up. However, it didn't play out. What we more likely will see now is a pushback up to this downward trend line. And we could very much well play around here on the way down. So we're just looking for the next entry point. We lost about 30 odd pound. I'm not sure what that is in dollars for anyone that's watching in America. So it's not a big deal. It's not too much to worry about. Now you're looking for some sort of move, something to tell you where it might go next. So we've got the fair value gap here. We very much could come and tap 92.5 roughly. We very much could come down to here before we see some support and a pushback to the upside. However, I think I'm just going to let this play out. I'm just going to watch it. I'm not going to chase a trade. The last thing you want to do is chase the money. Just watch it, see where it's going. The time will come, you'll know exactly when you should enter the trade. It'll tell you, the charts will tell you exactly when to enter the trade. So we're just going to hold on for the moment. We had a very slight win on Ethereum, we had the slight win on Solana earlier. We came back down and came underneath this support line. Is this the support line? Sorry, yesterday's high. So we've played around here a few times. This could be a level of support now. As you can see, a level of resistance. We very much could continue down from here, looking at this. So there could be an entry point here, although we've got an engulfing candle. Just going to wait it out. Let's just see what happens. Okay, and we're back. The charts have been absolutely shit. So we had another losing trade on Solana. I thought we were coming up, came back down. It could still well go back up, but I don't have the time to sit and wait for it and see what it does. So we're leaving it. We're sitting around in this fair value gap for Bitcoin, which was having a massive effect on Solana, as Bitcoin does. I don't have the time to wait. I do have to go out. So it was just to sum up, I think we're £100-ish down for the day. That's 3 losses on the bounce. We're not taking any more. That's it, done. Lose 3 times, finish up for the day, start again tomorrow. It's been such a volatile day that it's so unpredictable and it's so hard to read when it's so volatile. Anyhow, finish up just now, back tomorrow.